Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at our market-leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Fed Wednesday, March 18th, 2015. And for those celebrating St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. For those who are not celebrating, just have to ask why. Okay, so what we got going here is kind of just a paired-off balance on the NASDAQ patch between buys and sells as we're going to that big meeting. So as far as a bias, we don't really have one. A couple of volume bumps, a lot of volume in Adobe. We've got earnings forthcoming there. Apple setting up the downside RPS is actually pretty light volume. Tomorrow is the day that it does go into the Dow. EA, volume bump there, and a volume bump on Netflix. And that one's trying to circle the wagons with a couple of signals. So that could be interesting for tomorrow. Financials definitely better to buy than the NASDAQ patch. You can see we were pretty good here as far as the buy signals. The real kicker is the very late volume. So I think it really depends tomorrow on how the market receives the news from the Fed, whatever that's going to be. And so I'm not surprised to see some late volume today. I'm sure we're going to pick it up a little bit tomorrow, and probably even more so on Thursday. The energy patch a little bit in motion here. BTUs got RPS to the downside after finally popping. PBR's got an upside CPS. That one's screaming into the close here. Look at the deviation here on the VWAP. Really strong into the close. Market generals kind of look like the NASDAQ patch, kind of a couple buys, a couple sells, mostly on lower volume. Do have some pretty good volume in Cat Tractor, which could be tracked. And also keep an eye on Deere. Interestingly, they both have very different looking charts. Housing names, Hovnanian volume again, and it's to the downside, so that continues to get obliterated. Everything else is fairly light on volume. American Airlines going into the S&P 500. That's why that volume bump is there. That one's got a downside RPS. I should say going back into the S&P 500, that could always be a sell signal as well. FedEx, I think, has volume ahead of earnings. Keep an eye on that. Commodity names, mostly to the downside here, but not demonstrably so. I'm sure they're going to be in motion more tomorrow after the Fed does what it needs to do, or it does nothing. Anyway, so as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for Tradesight.